That is my own sperm.
Make pee-pee.
Jesus Christ.
It is disgusting.
Well, guys, you know what it's time to do. Damn it. Guys, you know what it's time to do.
Beat a kid in Walmart.
So, guys, I noticed over the weekend that this guy, what's this guy's name? Timp. He's some troubled young man on YouTube, and I noticed he was going kind of viral over the weekend. There's a video going around where he looks like a real...
Pendejo.
It's one of the cringiest things we've ever seen, but for his channel, it's actually probably one of the better videos, I would say, unfortunately.
Yeah. You are that guy.
I'm not that guy.
It looks like the video is not on YouTube, but I was able to find it on a site called Rumble. And while I was looking for it, I found even stupider videos of this guy.
For example, healthcare is legitimately a problem in this society.
100%.
So like
100%.
I have a corporate insurance. I used to live in London, and we had our first child there. And you look, if he got sick, and if you're a new parent, you right away take them to the doctor because you don't know what's going on. They were treated for free. And then we moved back to the United States, again back into a kind of corporate insurance plan. Kid gets something called a human metapneumovirus, which is not a big deal, but it needs like one night of monitoring in the hospital. And we get a bill for $20,000.
But I'll tell you, the nail in the coffin for universal health care for me, you know what it is? It was when they announced racial distribution for vaccinations. And that was a hard stop. If critical race theory, wokeness are the driving forces for how we implement policy, and it seems to be the case these days with them flying Black Lives Matter flags at the embassies, the last thing I want to see is them going, okay, now we have your life-saving emergency medical treatment, and what's your race?
Hold on a second.
You gotta love that. This
Pendejo.
he has on his... This guy he has on his show is like, yeah, like when I'm in the UK, healthcare works okay. Then I was in the United States and my kid got sick, and then they hit us with a $20,000 bill. And Tim's response to that is, I don't know. I think we have to keep it this way because of something woke CRT. Oh, your child got sick and the American healthcare system used that to gouge you for money? Yeah, but CRT woke. I mean, of all the idiots we look at on this channel and make fun of and say, ha ha ha, they're stupid and they trick the unfortunate of society, this guy's probably the stupidest. And is that ableist? Probably.
Crazy. I think people should be allowed to have nuclear weapons. The founding fathers understood the concept of privateers and corsairs, regular private individuals who had warships with some of the most advanced weaponry on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Like a nuclear weapon?
No, they couldn't. They couldn't wipe out a city. They couldn't wipe out a city in half a second, though. No,
I don't think.
No, but they could in a few hours. They bombard a city on a port
until they
wipe
come
it
and
out.
blow up the ship. Like they can try and sustain.
Bro, you can justify it any way you want.
Bro, you can justify it any way you want.
That's like some real college freshman stuff. I think we should be able to have nuclear weapons because technically it says that. Yeah, but that's stupid. And then he's like, you're going to say whatever you want, man.
No, but they could in a few hours. They bombard a city on a port until
they
wipe
come
it
and
out.
blow up the ship. Like they can try and sustain.
Bro, you can justify it any way you want.
It's like this really, they should call this high school lunch table. High school lunch table starring Tim Pool. Somebody gets upset because some other guy makes him look stupid. And I gotta give it up for the R.A. the Rugged Man with his good dad gang hat. If he's a dad, does anybody know anything about R.A. the Rugged Man? I don't know. I don't know what he does, but pretty sweet. Like, that's pretty cute. Like, I'm a good dad, and I'm gonna wear a hat to let everybody know about it. There's one thing I would never do that my hat proves, and that is...
beat a kid in Walmart.
So then they start talking about the Ahmaud Arbery case, and it gets real interesting.
Let's kill this Negro, and let's get him.
But they didn't do that.
That is what happened. They see a black man and they say, oh, here's a black man in the street. And, you know, some people say he's jogging. Some people say, oh, no, he's not jogging. Oh, he went through this house. But people go through that house all the time.
No. People didn't go. It was him. It was him.
No, other
personally.
people went in that house at other times.
That's not true, bro.
That is fact.
What evidence?
That is fact.
What evidence?
Bro, that's not true.
Of course it is. They have video footage of other people in the house.
It was one guy.
All right. So the first little fact check on this.
Pendejo.
His guest, I'm not gonna say R.A. the Rugged Man. So his guest says other people were going through the house, and Tim Pool goes, "That's not true, man."
No. People didn't go. It was
they
him.
did.
It was
No,
him.
other
personally.
people went in that house at other
That's
time
not
too.
true, bro.
That is fact.
That's
What
not true.
what evidence?
That is fact. Of
What
course it
evidence?
is.
Bro, that's not true.
Of course.
Surveillance footage shows multiple people entering property that Ahmaud Arbery visited. Whoops. Larry English, that's the guy who owns that property. Larry English has confirmed through the release of surveillance videos that multiple people had trespassed at his home, which was under construction. It's bizarre. This guy, Tim Pool, does this. I've watched him cover a couple of these trials, the Rittenhouse thing, some other crap. And he seems to just watch either, he's probably getting all his information on these trials from just the most demented right-wing media nonsense he can find, or he's hired some editor to just show him the legal arguments from the side that he already agrees with. And I think the person that he hired to do that is
C.K. Louis, the comedian.
So you are defending 3 random people in the streets shooting down an
They didn't shoot him.
They didn't shoot him. They didn't shoot him.
Yeah, they killed him.
So
What do you mean they didn't kill him? They didn't shoot him.
Okay,
How did he
dude.
die?
He grabbed the shotgun.
Yeah, what?
That's called dual possession.
What do you mean?
So when 2 people are holding one gun, it's called dual possession.
God, this guy's so stupid.
They were fighting over a gun and the gun went off. The reason they got convicted was because the prosecution argued that the citizen's arrest was not justified.
There you go.
Because even though he was the specific felony suspect the police were looking for, the men who chased him down were only operating on the request of the police and not witnessing the crime itself.
What does that mean? What does
So
that
it
mean?
means, so listen, I'll explain to you.
Cool.
The police go to their house and say, this is the guy we're looking for who we believe is burglarizing the neighborhood. That's a felony charge. If you see him, let us know.
Which cops did that?
So very important there. First, he's like, he presents this like, the police basically told them to do this. Then in the next sentence, he says, if you see this guy, tell us. If you see this guy, let us know. Which, that's legal. You can call 911 and be like, I think I saw the guy. I think I saw the guy who you were asking us about. He's blah, blah, he's here, blah, 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 blah. What you can't do, what's illegal, and what they were found in muchos problemos, legales, for, is going and imprisoning a guy who they think is the guy. And when you start running around with your shotguns, then you are even in more muchos problemos.
But we're going to begin with breaking news. We continue to follow from Brunswick, Georgia, where all 3 defendants in the death of Ahmaud Arbery have been found guilty of murder.
Shooting down an
They didn't shoot him.
They didn't shoot him.
So all of this, highly illegal, what they did. Tim Pool is kind of scrambling to figure out a justification, but all of this is just, it's a nonsense. I don't know if he's just making this up on the spot or he got it from Project Veritas or whatever this crap that he watches is. But boy, oh boy.
The warrant was issued by Santa Fe County Magistrate Court gives detectives the rights, so we read that part. In an interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos that aired earlier in the month, Baldwin said he was told it's highly unlikely he'll face any criminal charges. And look at this. They just say, for the accidental shooting. I love how media just knows things. They assert things are true without evidence. You literally have Alec Baldwin getting his phone taken for forensic down.
Could you imagine somebody in the media asserting something without evidence? He didn't shoot that guy. There weren't other people in the house. By the way, I'm very pissed off at the media for getting things wrong and making us. I think this might be the last time we make fun of this guy, this troubled young man, because this is deeply, deeply stupid content.
Yeah, it does hurt. It does hurt. It does. About that, bro.
Why?
Grown ass man. You really heard about that?
So you,
because we're talking about society, how we're all whiny babies, liberal tears, and you're still crying over that.
So you're asking me what I don't like about critical race theory, right?
Yeah.
And I tell you, like, well, in my life, I've dealt with racism and I don't like it. And then you say, oh, now you're crying about it. Wah, whiny baby. Like, bro, you embody exactly what I don't like about critical race theory. You dismiss my experiences.
Now
you tell me I don't have.
Yeah, but I'm not a critical race theorist.
I love this because they go on and on for like an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes about critical race theory. And it seems like neither one of them really knows what. Definitely Tim Pool does not know what it is. No one knows what this means anymore. Like no one, it has just been so confused. It's been pushed through the online, YouTube Tim Pool oatmeal brain distortion and confusion processor. Now no one knows what this thing means, including myself. However, you can look up videos. They're all over YouTube of Derek Bell, who's the guy. He's the law professor who is I think he's kind of credited with coining the term critical race theory. But if you wanted to understand it, that's where you would go. You would go to the source and be like, whoa, how did this start? What is this?
Is it too late? Are you saying that racism is so inbred because of economic forces, there is nothing we can do, or...
The problem I would warn him is that he should talk in terms of general need to do now what Roosevelt did in the early 30s with the New Deal. The need is greater. Our debt is greater.
The need to create jobs.
That's right. See, if we have right of free speech, freedom of worship, right to trial by jury and whatever, none of it's worth much of a damn unless you have money.
If you can, please find me a video where Derek Bell is talking about this stuff. What I want is not to remedy these problems that I've talked about in great detail, but I want a white kid in, Mississippi or whatever, where they're really scared and worried about this, Ohio or whatever, a white kid to feel bad. If somebody can find that video of him saying that, I'll be more than happy.
I mean, bro, they shouldn't be depicting any race as the devil.
So, in other words, what I'm saying is that this guy is a total pendejo and manages. I mean, look, we know who's watching this guy: meemaws, peepaws, confused people. But he does have a sword and a musket or whatever they call those, and then a guitar on the wall in the back. All the money in the world, and that's the best we can do for decorations in the back. That's great, good job. So there's more to this great lecture. Let's see what else we can learn from this amazing lecture, this online lecture course.
Can you admit to it?
Admit to what?
You don't admit that you have a lesser discrimination problem than Hispanics, Jews, and blacks?
I believe that I get discriminated against less than black people in this country.
Not Latinos.
Not Latinos.
Really? I don't agree with that, man.
Because you're racist.
Yeah, okay.
No, hold on.
No, because I know how
don't
American...
Don't dismiss me.
I will dismiss you because I know how American society
Who's my
works.
community?
I'm a realist.
Who's my community? Do I get to go to my Latino church? When I get people calling me slurs, do I get to then go?
Who is calling you slurs?
Bro,
go to the store. Let's go to the stores. Let's run around. Let's live life together. Come on.
I move out of these places for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, because everybody's racist against you?
No.
I don't buy it. Man.
There we go, man, the struggles of this poor millionaire who gets on his 140p webcam every day, and people just do this. He can't even walk out. I do believe that he can't walk out of his house without people calling him a slur. But the slur is, hey, take that beanie off. Take that beanie off, you pendejo. Tim Pool can't be oppressed because he is the luckiest man in the world. Like, he's a millionaire from this. From literally the stupidest content probably ever created by humans. And we're talking about even, like in 2001 when those monkeys were slamming those bones against that monolith. And that's what those monkeys back then consider content, banging bones against a monolith. That was more intellectually fruitful than whatever this is. Yet somehow, he's doing this. So I would say he's absolutely, if we had to pick one person, who's the least oppressed person in human history? Tim Pool. Absolutely. Before they finish this, Tim Pool. Who is it? Tim Pool. A guy who makes the laziest content in history, human history, can't be bothered to make millions of dollars with this, can't be bothered to look at the other side of a court case, gets on a webcam, which he hasn't updated since the 90s, it looks like, barfs up some right-wing talking points, and then wraps it up. I'm oppressed. You know what? We've been making fun of this. We've been making fun of this crap, and I was wrong because what we're about to see here is some truly deep and just deep and beautiful. Like the accumulation of human knowledge is just exhibited here in this beautiful analysis. Here we go.
Let me ask you, how do you think it feels for me? Having actually, I'm not going to pretend like I deal with racism the same as a black dude in this country.
Yeah, okay.
But how do you think it feels when you're a white dude, and I deal with white progressives?
As white as they come.
That to me is like when I go to Occupy Wall Street, for instance, they called me Puerto Rican, they called me Mexican, they didn't call me white.
Who's they?
The people who are there.
Yeah, somebody, one person here or there, you know.
Many of them. Like, bro, I have stories about how there was a group of people, there were like 5 people having a discussion, and there was a white dude and there was a black woman. And the black woman called me white and the white dude called me Mexican.
Yeah.
So I'm not pretending like I have worse discrimination.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn, what a meaningful story. Someone called him
pendejo,
and then someone else called him Hispanic. And chew on that, America. What are we supposed to learn from that story? What are we supposed to learn from that? You dolt? Well, there we go, guys. Just more confirmation of my theory. Crowder's Law, I believe we call it. The stupider the content, the bigger the views. So I will be making this content even stupider than it is now, which might not be possible. If you know what I mean.
That is my own sperm.
Okay, thank you. So have a good day. Don't forget to
keep that little smug.
Bye-bye. Hey guys, you're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away. And we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today for as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys so much.